All right, we are alive. Hello, listeners. Hello, viewers. Welcome back. It is us, Dragon's Greed Gaming. You are joining us for episode 32 of our Alien Frontier War campaign. You know the drill. Stop by all the socials, check all that stuff out. Swing on by, what's that thing? The Patreon. That's it. As a matter of fact, you should be more like our good friend Edward, who was a free member up until a couple days ago, and he joined our Great Worm tier. So thank you very much, Edward. We appreciate that. Welcome to the family. Hope you enjoy all the episode links I sent you today. Sent him like all the Warhammer stuff, so he's got a good 20, 30 episodes to catch up on.
Oh boy, he's gonna have a good time.
So thank you for that. Welcome. Also, we had some nice comments on YouTube this week from a few people. A couple people saying they really enjoying what they're hearing so far, and I appreciate that, guys. I know I don't hit the YouTube all that often, but when I see a notification, I try to check in and reply. So appreciate that very much. As you can see, we are down Scaarr again. Unfortunately, he was not feeling well today and last night, having some stuff going on right now. So he might join us, but it's highly unlikely. He's just trying to rest up after being sick. So, if he wants to share more on that, I'll let him decide on that. But so we're just down to our three amigos today. That's okay. We are ready to go. So yeah, let's just hear from the cast, and we'll dive right in here. Eric, tell us about Tagar.
Tagar is doing good. I think I need to go collect my shield after last week because I did not have it. I need to put more tally markings on it. But yeah, everything's been pretty good. Been pretty busy over here. I'm starting my MBA program this week, and I'm ordering more Blood Bowl players. I ordered Anky Panky, Chris's favorite lizard men.
Just stop talking.
And he's going to teach me how to play too, because I've never played Blood Bowl.
Yeah, well, luckily there will be no star players because there won't be any package. So
That's kind of lame.
No.
I mean, you should let him use Hanky Panky in your game.
Absolutely not. No.
Not Hanky Panky, it's Anky Panky.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah.
How could I make such a simple mistake?
So fucking stupid. People wonder why I hate the fucking lizard, man. It's stupid shit like this.
Oh, it's so funny.
I'm trying to decide what to eat tonight. I'm hungry.
I
haven't
told you,
ordered any food yet.
pizza. Chinese.
Maybe.
Chinese is good. I like some Mexican, some burritos,
tacos.
My wife's
beef.
looking up Grubhub and Uber Eats right now because we don't want to go and get anything.
Well,
Understandable.
You don't have to
I'll
go
let you
anywhere.
know
She has
mid-session.
to go. Okay.
You just leave for 40 minutes mid-session to go drive and grab the food.
Sorry, Chris, I gotta go pick it up.
We need backup!
That's where it all
You'll
came
be without
from.
Tagar.
Tagar was out for pizza, so the squad got
Report
killed.
you to the LT. Tagar left in the middle of a mission just to go grab food. I don't know what happened. Everyone died.
I needed my energy drinks. I didn't have enough ribbits. I don't know.
Jeez.
All right, moving on from that, Sean, tell us about Private First Class Cruz.
Yeah, it's been an interesting couple days. He's been addicted to a drug and is now fighting his addiction. And a fucking crazy robot tried to kill a bunch of people on the ship he's on. So he's not super happy with synths right now.
Yeah, we had quite the session. I realize there actually are a few interior maps of some of the sections on the Tambatam, and one of them actually is the hangar, and I'm so pissed that I didn't use it last week. Not that we needed a map, but
Yeah. It would have been cool to show, right?
I'm upset about that. So.
But yeah, other than that, I've got a number of interviews scheduled for next week.
Good.
So, fingers crossed those all work out. It's one of them's like a final round interview with a Swedish company that's stationed in Illinois. So, it's No, it's not IKEA. That would be cool, but I mean, it's a European, like an EU company, so they've got to have good insurance, I hope.
Yeah, probably
Compared to
good work ethic too. One would hope.
yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, and then we're gonna be starting on the stream we run on Fridays. We're gonna be starting our new D&D campaign up next week. So I finished running them through Charity of the Gods, and they all died.
Nice, as it should be.
Yeah. Well, the last person was getting in the cryopod with Clayton because they had set course for Earth, and she pulled out her pistol and just killed him at the end. Waited until he took off his arm and was just gung gung gung.
Damn.
That was great. Yeah.
Brutal.
Damn. Wow. Okay. Well, that's what happens. Well, I'm sorry for your loss. That you'll have to be playing D&D again and not Alien. That is very sad. We will pray for you. And
yes. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers for sure. All right, Adam. Tell us about Reed.
Oh man, Reed's just still going through it with the paranoia. Not sure how he feels still about Cruz, and still thinks, after all this, it's still all Cruz's fault. Something has to do with Cruz. He did it. He's done something, and that's all that matters. But yeah, he's still upset that he's trying to still help Herschel get all fixed up. Whatever team's working on him that we woke up. But yeah, other than that, just staying safe while the city burns and people are getting ravaged in the streets.
Yep, just another day in LA.
Sounds about right.
Well, what's going on over here? Well, we got Adepticon registration tomorrow. We've got game day tomorrow, which also means donuts. Also, by the way, Sean, did you get a haircut?
I did.
I noticed. Looks good.
Thanks.
What else? Oh, Matt and I are continuing our Warhammer Total War playthrough as Valkia and Skulltaker, and we have I have now finished purging Lustria. All that remains are me and Clan Pestilence, who's now like my BFFs. Just finished killing off Luther Harkon, and now we have to go slap Lord Mazdamundi because he won't stay the fuck out of my territory. So now we're purging Lizardmen. I've killed him like 4 times. He just won't learn. And
Another
He never will.
Oh, he will.
Mazdamundi is awesome.
Yeah.
He needed a model so bad.
He did. Yeah, he definitely got ripped off. For sure. And then Matt has conquered like all of the northern Chaos Wastes, from like Nagaroth to the World's Edge Mountains. And
nice.
Now he's fighting Chaos Dwarves and Dark Elves. It's pretty amazing. It's so amazing, in fact, I started another solo campaign playing as Arbol the Undefeated because I couldn't get enough corn in my life. And it is just so fun just destroying everything in your path and not really caring. You actually, you make money by waging war. Unlike every other faction in the game. It's so awesome. I love it. But doing a little painting, too. I've got 2 Chaos guys I'm working on right here. Our buddy Craig is doing a painting competition. So I've got this old Chaos champion. Eric, you might recognize this guy from Games Day years and years ago.
Oh, shit.
He's got the two axes. He's kind of hard to see, but yeah. So he's about halfway done. I just did all the base coats and the washes, and then I've got another guy from one of the Warhammer war bands, and basically they are gonna go in this chariot I have because the Chaos Warrior that comes in this chariot has this gigantic cape that looks so stupid. So I put a little magnet in there. I don't know if you can see the magnet. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you see the magnet right there in the wood?
You can see it, yeah.
And I magnetize these guys, so now I can just swap them out and be like, yo, I need an exalted hero in a chariot, or I need a regular Chaos Warrior. So that's coming along. And I still haven't fired up Aliens Dark Descent yet. I really just don't want to get split between multiple games right now. And Total War's kind of eating up a lot of time. And we have hit 92% in Dead by Daylight. We have like 30 achievements left. And I picked up Dracula. Holy shit, he slaps.
Yeah.
It is.
I remember getting my shit pushed in by Dracula.
Dude, he's so fast when he's in bat form. It's awesome.
You
Go
can't
out
get away
running
from
him.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like bullshit, but hey.
I also was trying out the Unknown. I was doing pretty good with that thing too, but Dracula was like cruise control, man. It was so nice. It was a nice change after struggling as the Trapper, and Freddy's finally getting his buff after 8 years. That's pretty exciting.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's not shit
Finally.
anymore. Yeah, it only took 8 years. Pretty cool, huh?
Jeez.
So, yeah, lots going on there. But and I got a new stove today as well because my.
Oh, nice.
Why not replace every major appliance in my house in the first year? You know. So,
Yeah, and you were sold that everything was good and working.
Yeah, go figure.
We really need to do our dishwasher. Ours has been pretty shitty.
That's the last one I have left, so I'm
Just
sure
gotta
it's
wait
only
until
a
your
time.
kids get old enough, Eric. Then
Yeah.
they are the dishwasher.
Yeah.
All I've learned is good and ready means the landlord special. So
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, anywho, here we are. I am your host, the Great Unclean One, and we are diving back in. We had a lot happen last week. Big info dump. You guys had been awoken from cryo by a injured and slowly fading Herschel, who said that Maitland was trying to get his hands on the urn that you had rescued from Adagia Colony. And you guys split up with Tagar and O'Connell heading towards the hangar. Weaver and Lieutenant Casados made their way to the bridge. And then Cruz and Reed made their way to the cryo chamber of Chimera Squad, where Carvalho's pod was malfunctioning. Luckily, you saved him before he suffocated to death, although he almost did. You got him out, saved him. You were able to not stabilize, but keep Herschel from completely getting shut down. And then Tagar and O'Connell found Maitland in the hangar. He had already escaped the lab with the urn, and you eventually discovered one of the empty nodules from there that had the black goo in it. The reason it was empty is because he had filled up a basically tranquilizer gun with some of that stuff in it. And during the fight, he struck O'Connell with one of those darts. And it was only due to some very fast thinking and some very lucky dice rolls and a severing of his arm that O'Connell did not mutate into a horrible monstrosity. But suffice to say, O'Connell will be out for the next mission, as you guys have tried to request a new arm for him, the LT, and with sending a message to your cousin, the Secretary of Defense. So we'll see what happens there. We've been introduced to his new character, a synthetic by the name of Elijah, who is a Bishop model android and very skilled in the comtex. And then you basically pulled an Ash from Alien, and or a Bishop from Alien 3, really, and got Maitland up and running again, at least his head, and had a chance to question him. And he explained a lot about Deep Void, the group that is supposedly running Project Life Force. He's not sure who is running it, but he suspects it is multiple people, not just a single person. And he told you a lot about the research that they have been doing alongside what he's learned of the UPP's bioweapons program. You also learned that he is in cahoots and communication with Mishka, now known as Mother Mishka, who has somehow infiltrated and is now pulling the strings of the children of the two divines, the cult that you recently encountered at your last mission. And they believe, Maitland believes, he can decipher the hieroglyphics on the urn, and that they have coordinates that lead to a world that him and Mishka want to lead the cult. You also learned about these things called the Engineers, alien creatures that may or may not have something to do with the birth of humanity, and may or may not have something to do with the border bombings or the just the black goo in general. So, massive info dump last week. But I think that's kind of the highlights of what really matters. And we kind of ended where you'd kind of made a deal with Maitland that he would help you decipher the hieroglyphics and with any other research concerning all of this shit. In return, he wants to be returned to Mishka and the Cult of the Two Divines. So there's a tentative truce right now between you guys that you have kind of agreed upon. And I think that's most of what happened, unless I am missing anything pivotal that needs to be stated.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, with that being said, we are back on the Tambatam. And before we get to the next mission, and before you guys go back into cryosleep, is there anything else you would like to do, either with, with the LT, with Maitland, any of the other members of the platoon? Anything else that you guys want to do before we get into the next mission here? Or any questions that need to be asked?
We informed Casados that Carvolo's pod was sabotaged and it was Maitland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like there's stuff we should be asking, but I'm blanking.
I mean, we did have a pretty in-depth conversation last week, but if there's any lingering questions...
I just mean, like, after the mission, and after what just happened, like, are we comfortable with just, like, jumping back in our cryopods?
I don't know.
Not
Are you?
really.
Not really. I will, just so it's clear, only Maitland's head is operational. It has not been reattached to his body. His body is not walking around right now. Unless you guys explicitly tell me you're going to do that.
Nope.
And obviously, if you did, I would assume you would do something to try to keep him locked up somewhere. So it is just his head right now. Keep in mind, you do have 2 androids. Actually, 3, technically, because now that we have Elijah. But you do have 3 androids here that can be of assistance with watching him or watching you guys while you're in cryosleep.
I don't necessarily know that it's the cryosleep that I'm, like, worried about, like, but it's... Are we just gonna wait and see until we get woken up again to see what happens with these missions? And hope that we get woken up when something pertinent happens?
I mean, I guess
there's no way for us to direct the military from letting us, work on this issue.
I mean, you have started to put things in place to try to do that. You have reached out to Secretary de la Cruz. Lieutenant Casados is trying to do stuff on her end. I mean, you have, like, her support in that, but you guys are still part of the Marine Corps, so if they tell you to go do a mission, it's not like you can just be like, well, hold on, we got shit to investigate. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So
that's my point. So, like, I guess we're just kind of following orders at this point. Go back to sleep. We'll wake you up for the next mission. Maybe it includes something.
Unless something comes from higher up, like if something comes from maybe Secretary de la Cruz letting other higher ups know, or Lieutenant Casados makes an executive decision. But I don't know if you guys even have really anything in mind that you would want to do if you did have that autonomy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Good night. Is there any additional gear we can leave in our lockers after what happened?
Like
Just
what?
what are something like I don't expect that we'd be able to leave firearms in our lockers, but maybe additional like med kits.
Oh yeah.
Just
Maybe
so that
five knives.
next time, yeah, I collected a couple extra. Yeah, just something so like if something were to happen again where we need to like patch Herschel, something we're a little bit more prepared for. Like,
yeah, I think
situation.
anything other than a weapon, especially firearms, maybe a knife you could, hide here and there. I think we already actually said that's what happened last time you had a knife or two in your locker. Especially because they're like personal ones that you've looted over the course of the war. Like if it's one you're taking from the armory, they're gonna be like, no, you gotta put that back. It's gonna be checked back in inventory.
Those actually go under my pillow in cryo with me, just in case.
Hey man, if Apone, if Sergeant Apon or Apone could just wake up with a cigar in his mouth, what's a knife under the pillow?
I mean, I heard they couldn't get Cavallo out of the pod because Cavallo was just like lying there. He couldn't do anything.
Right, he didn't have the crowbar he needed.
Yeah, if I had a good knife.
Okay, if that's how you feel, sure. Yeah, I would say anything other than firearms, probably, because even if the lieutenant doesn't have a problem with it, Roy, if he found out, would probably have a problem with it, and Mother would probably try to deny it.
Yeah.
And then you're causing issues with higher ups and stuff. So.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to put a firearm anywhere.
But yeah, we want some med kits, we want an extra fire extinguisher, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't think that's an issue.
Maybe something to patch up an android.
Yeah, well, Connell's we'll say he's got all of his electronic tools and stuff. He's got tons of that stuff, so.
All right.
Okay. Any other prep before you go back into the cryo? The cryo.
No.
Okay. Well, in that case, you all tentatively, with a bit of trepidation, get back into your cryopods and go back into the long sleep of ages. It is sometime later that you are awoken, and for once it feels like it is not due to an emergency or an FTL drop or an outbreak of some sort happening on the ship. It's actually one of the more low-key wake-ups you have. So it is the three of you plus Elijah, Weaver, and Herschel. All six of you are woken up. And however, it is a little unusual in that you are being woken up by Mother of the ship.
Okay.
And Tagar, you see, once you're out of cryo, there's a nearby screen. You've seen Lieutenant Casados on there when the emergency was happening on the previous mission, things like that. You see there's, just the green text scrolling from Mother, and it says, "Good morning, Marines. Please assemble in the ready room ASAP for your next assignment."
Okay. I'm gonna get fully dressed and grab whatever gear I stored. Can I tell if anybody else was awoken during this time? Like any other squads? Or if it was just us again? Was it all of us?
It is.
Weaver
it is.
and
Yeah. It is the
Herschel.
six. It is the six of you. Because remember, O'Connell is. Well, he would be in cryo at this point. So he's in his cryopod, but he's obviously not woken up because of his injury.
But we got Weaver, Herschel, and the new... What's the new android's name? What's O'Connell's name?
Elijah.
Elijah. Okay. And then can we see any other squads, or if it's just us who was woken up?
Well, the Chimera squad's in a different cryo chamber, so you actually have to go down the hall to their chamber. So you wouldn't see them when you wake up.
Alright. Yeah. Alright, everybody. Grab everything you can. This is a little strange that Mother woke us up.
Real suspicious.
Because nothing else about these last couple of missions were suspicious.
Everything's suspicious.
I would say at this point, my paranoia is gone, right?
Yeah, the paranoia is real. It just never stops.
Is it gone?
Yeah,
Has it evolved?
permanent mental trauma.
Make sure Reed grabs all his shit. Okay, newbie. Don't drop anything.
Oh, it'll be fine. I'm gonna look over to Herschel and then just kind of check in with them and glad to see you're back in one piece there, Herschel.
Yes, the repairs aren't fully complete yet. Well, actually, he probably would have been repairing himself when he was not in cryo. He's had a couple days, so I will assume he's back to full health. So he says, yes, I appreciate your efforts a few days ago.
Good to see. How'd everybody sleep? Any dreams?
Like a baby.
No dreams.
Weaver's like, Strategist, like, I dreamt of whiskey and metal, and it was fucking great.
It's good to hear.
All right. Well, the group of you get all your stuff, make your way to the ready room where you usually meet with the LT. And you instead are greeted by Roy and a man you have never seen before. And Roy greets the group of you. Morning, Marines. Please have a seat. And I need to get a picture of this guy. You see a man who looks like he's probably of either Indian or perhaps Middle Eastern descent. Darker complexion. Kind of almost fuzzy looking black hair. And just a little bit of like a mustache and a little bit of a chin beard going on. He's wearing a lab coat, which you notice has the Weyland-Yutani logo on it. And he looks pretty exhausted in that he does have very dark rings under his eyes. And he just looks a little kind of malnourished, we'll say. But he looks attentive, but he also looks like hasn't slept in a while. This is the man that you see. And as you enter, Roy says, "This is Dr. N.L. Babbitt. He's a viral defense specialist from the company, and he has been sent here in regards to your next mission." And he looks over to him and he says, "Doctor?" And Doctor gives him a nod, and he actually looks over to you and he says, "Corporal Tagar, correct?"
Correct. How can I help you, Doctor?
He extends a hand, and then he hands you what you realize is basically a holo projector, and he kind of motions for you to activate it.
Okay, I guess I activate it.
All right. So similar to what we've seen a few times before throughout the campaign, you put this thing down on the table, and a 3D digital rendering image of General Vaughn herself pops up and begins to speak. "Apologies, Marines. I had to put you all on special assignment without any notice, but it couldn't be helped. We had to get you behind enemy lines as quickly and quietly as possible. You are in UPP territory right now." Then an image next to her pops up, or on the projector screen pops up, of a world that you do not recognize, and she continues, "Intel found us a black site that these bastards set up just inside their borders, one that's gone and royally fucked itself. Reports suggest that Corinth Colony on planet KOI-751.02 has become the victim of their own bioweapons experiment. We aren't sure what the hell they were making, only that it all went to hell. All we know is that Corinth is in a bad way, and whatever caused it was developed at the Norcom Orangan testing facility about 100 clicks outside of the colony proper. Intel says Orangan itself is dead, so you kids get to go in with CBRN gear, scout the area, download their computer core, and collect samples of whatever the hell they were working on before any UPP rescue efforts arrive. And at this point, the world pops up, you start to get some basic stats, layout, you see a overhead diagram of the colony, and then this testing site that's nearby. I'll put it in chat for you, Sean, because I'm sure you're going to ask.
Yeah.
So the planet, again, is KOI-751.02.
Sounds like a radio station.
I know. If any of you would like, give me a wits test to see if you recognize something here.
Me and my 2 dice. Oh, damn.
Wow. Okay.
I need to get rid of my stress.
You all reckon... Who had the +1 stress at the start of the mission? Was that Scaarr? From his event? No, he de-stressed, didn't he? Because he got the book from Weaver.
that would be me because of my message to Mom.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But he got one that lets him ignore the first point of stress, but now he's playing an android, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
That's how you get them, kids. Give them events they can't use. Okay, well, you all passed. So, you guys recognize this designation of planet is clearly UPP. KOI-751 is the name of the system, and the .02 indicates that it's the second planet that's been designated in the system. And if you guys look on the map here, you are right here. Far, far away from where you were. So where's that?
Damn.
6 to 8 parsecs away from where you were at Talus Station.
Woo.
2, 4, 6, actually 10. So you've been in cryo for 2, 4, 6, about a week, give or take. You would also notice this is very close to where Fort Nebraska used to be. Not even a full parsec away. But you are in UPP territory at this point.
Which is the one that got blown up.
At the start of the campaign, yes.
Yeah.
Nukes. Yikes.
General Vaughn's hologram continues while this is all going on. You may have noticed your CO is MIA. Lieutenant Casados and the rest of the platoon are on a separate run. So with no LT, Mother is running the show on this. She's been programmed by the best, so do what she says. Oh, and the company has generally sent us a biodefense virologist to accompany you, Dr. N.L. Babic. He's a big deal smart guy, so do me a favor and bring him home in one piece. Understood? And at that, the message ends. Her holo projection goes away, and Babic takes the little projector back, puts it in his pocket, and then he kind of steps back, and Roy says, "You'll be taking Dr. Babic down planetside, and because of the intel we have of this potential bioweapons outbreak or malfunction, whatever it may be, you're all being equipped with CBRN gear. You're all going to get hazmat suits, and everybody gets to choose. Everybody can choose one of the following. I'll just put these in chat. There's 4 you can choose from. You can get a CBRN kit, an incinerator unit, 4 fire bombs, or the incinerator replacement for your grenade launcher on your M4.
And if we already have the incinerator unit,
Then feel free to take something else.
Like the CBRN kit.
Yep. Feel free to grab
Fireball.
those. Feel free to grab those out of the appropriate
gear list.
folders. And
Yeah.
the hazmat suits, you're going to want to take the military grade hazmat suit.
Nice.
You're free to try to requisition other gear if you so feel the need, but that is what is being suggested.
I'm gonna pull all of my stuff out of my locker from last mission.
Now, does the suit fit over our armor, or is
Yes.
this what armor
Yes.
we're gonna? Okay.
No, it fits over your armor.
Okay, sweet. That's good. Okay, so is the bioweapon some kind of virus? Is that why they're sending you down with us?
Babbitt says, my job is to make sure that we recover whatever we can as far as samples and data of whatever the UPP was working on. It's unclear exactly what it is, so we're just taking precautions.
Okay. How did we, I mean, if we could say, how did we get this intel? It's, we're pretty far behind enemy lines, right?
Babbitt looks to Roy, and Roy says, I don't have specifics on that. All I know is this has come from higher up.
Just trying to think of some other questions, looking
Yeah.
back over the notes.
I'm gonna look over to Weaver. Hey, you told us we don't ask enough questions. You got any we missed?
She gives you a bit of a sly grin, and says, now you want me to do your homework for you too, Tagar?
I mean, if you're better at it. I'm not above cheating.
She thinks for a moment. She kind of shrugs. You're not sure if she's, she doesn't have a question, or if she's kind of biting her tongue, or, maybe she doesn't necessarily trust this Weyland-Yutani guy, so she doesn't want to say anything in front of him.
I think. Did we ask why Lieutenant wasn't woken up? Was it why we were?
They,
Is this
well,
just a?
they said it's because she's MIA. She and the rest of the platoon are in a separate run.
Yeah.
In quotations marks.
Alright, I guess we. Are we taking the trial by fire?
Roy says yes. Dropship insertion.
And are we inserting to go to the testing facility? Just because the colonies, you said, is essentially
Yes,
done, finished.
Correct.
They're expecting us, or no?
The facility appears, as far as intel tells us, is offline as well. It's outside. As you guys heard, it's about 100 kilometers from the actual colony, but we're assuming that's where the bioweapon was being worked on.
Do we have codes to get in?
He says no, but and then as he says that, you see Mother's kind of firing up on the screen, and you guys are basically coming into orbit above the planet. And as this is happening, let's see. You can see he's like, it looks like Mother's already one step ahead of us. And you can see that Mother is basically starting to do a scan to get you guys like an overhead view of the facility or get you more information. And the first thing that pops up is telemetry starts to come in, confirms that Corinth colony is completely gone, nuked off the planet.
Nuked.
That's what it's coming up as, signs of, nuclear detonation. Mother grabs, some quick images, what looks like what's left of the atmospheric processor, but it's about the only thing that is still remotely standing, but it is pretty much slagged. Everything else in the colony is basically just a smoking crater, for lack of a better term. The testing facility, as I said, is about 100 kilometers out, and basically Mother points out, while still within 5 kilometers of the radiation zone, it was not close enough to actually be destroyed by the nuke itself. Then she starts to try to scan the facility, and just as some scans are happening, you see that the image of the planet, there's a couple spots that light up, and all of a sudden you guys feel the Tambatam begin to shake, and warning lights and klaxons begin to fire off, and you see Mother then kind of spitting out on the screen, brace for impact, incoming railgun barrage, taking evasive action. And you guys feel the ship kind of lurch to one side as obviously detonations are happening somewhere out in space. The Tambatam takes a hit, and you see a wireframe pops up of the ship on one of the projectors, and you see Roy runs over and he starts messing with the controls, and you see Mother says, hull breach on deck C, and venting and isolating now. Eventually, this happens for a few moments, painfully long it feels like, but it's only a few moments, and eventually she pulls the Tambatam out of the geosynchronous orbit to avoid this fire. And then you see Mother now kind of popping up on the screen, says dropship insertion not recommended. And then you see a diagram, you see or on the camera to the hangar, you see that your dropship was ready in the drop position. You see the crane pulling it up. It begins to pull it back into the stored position. And then another message pops up, and it says, what are they called? I get the name of this piece of equipment. Authorizing DDR-E3 drops, which you guys know stand for Dead Drop Reinsertion Vehicles, which are basically like drop pods.
Sweet. That's gonna go so well. Okay.
And
Do the DDRs then ship us back up?
No, you guys would all know DDRs have a horrible reputation in the Marine Corps for being one of the worst experiences to enter a planet on. They are small. It's like you're basically being fired out of the ship, which a human body is not really meant to experience. You go through training for it, but it's like if you're not used to doing like skydive drop, right, a paradrop, and then all of a sudden you have to do it, it sucks. And they have a reputation for being very cheaply made.
Sweet. Okay.
They have a thing called a parafoil that deploys to help it descend after it gets shot through orbit.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So we've got to stop their railguns now too? so that we can get picked up?
Well, this is going on. You see, like, Dr. Babic looks at you guys like, what's a DDR-E3?
Oh, you're gonna
Yeah.
love this.
It's like a crashing car that's shot out of space, and then we are inside of it.
He does not look happy at that prospect.
None of us are.
Think of a fun roller coaster.
And Roy says, well, you heard, Mother. Prepare for drop.
Okay, just...
So I guess we get to the
gotta go blow up some railguns when we're down there, too. Otherwise, how are we getting back up, right?
Is Herschel and Weaver joining us still, or are they staying back since they no longer can pilot?
Roy says negative. No dropship. No need to send a dropship crew. And at this point, you see Mother spits out, mission parameters have changed, authorizing additional gear. And you see she loads up, and at this point, there's a diagram. She's figured out there are 6 orbital defense railguns, and she authorizes 6 Armat 4 breaching charges.
So good.
2 each.
I
Sure.
guess, yeah. Put those on there. Breaching charge, badoosh. Well, I'm gonna be over encumbered.
There's a lot of gear to take.
I'm fighting that.
How about we put some of these on Elijah?
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, we can do that.
He can carry them
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. Because I don't know if Elijah's actually allowed to shoot UPP soldiers. Is he?
No, remember he got around that by using he was going to use a, what do you call it? Sentry gun.
Oh, right.
Does
We're
anybody
just gonna
have
pack mule him.
Does anybody have that on their character sheet right now? The
Have what?
the
Yeah,
classic
I
charge.
I put it on mine. You can grab it from mine.
Okay, let me pull up his character sheet. Elijah.
Can one also have nap relief from Mother?
I can't.
You're not
Oh, yeah,
Cruz.
So I never took mine from the last time I took them from Mother. Do I give those back at the end of the mission, or do I?
No, they
Okay.
they go back.
Narcotics?
I don't hide
Okay.
them in my sock like Cruz does.
I hide them under my tongue. Okay.
Okay, he can carry all 6, and he's about halfway to being encumbered. A little more than
my
halfway. He's like
God.
2/3 of the way being encumbered. Well, he's strength
Yeah,
7, so
It's like being so
Encumbered.
cool.
Because it says that 20 kilograms is how much we can carry, right?
it's
So at
based,
half
based on
we're
your,
encumbered.
it's based on your strength.
Oh, okay.
It's like 4 times your strength or something because mine's 12. So that's
Yeah.
my full
Okay.
carrying
So
capacity.
His,
So
his
over-
is 28.
Is over half is encumbered? Is that what it
Yes.
is?
Yes.
Okay.
Any other gear you want him
And
to
that-
carry?
Yeah, I got any ideas.
I assume he's going to be wearing his armor and his helmet.
I mean, does he need it?
He's expensive.
troll. He's a drone.
I would imagine more so than the
He
human
can-
soldiers. They would actually put more armor on the synths because they're expensive.
But he can be in vacuum without armor.
Shut.
You know,
your
he
dirty
can
whore mouth.
carry some fire bombs for us.
Yeah. Let's see. I guess those other items. I'll get an incinerator unit, and I will just have Elijah carry it.
All right. Oh, I gotta give him his radiation suit as well.
Can we request like additional oxygen?
The hazmat suit doesn't actually do oxygen.
It does have an oxygen air thing too on
Oh,
it.
it does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd imagine you don't want to be breathing in outside if you had a hazmat suit
I
on.
didn't realize they actually. I must have not ever done that. I've totally fucked that up. I don't think I've ever rolled air for hazmat suits. That's my bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we can forget about it.
Yeah, I've never. I know. Whenever you see like hazmat suits in movies and stuff, I've never really seen like air.
They normally have like a back.
I mean, it makes
backpack
sense,
air
but I've
canister.
never like not like a space suit, right? Like it just never like comes up though.
I mean, I feel like the ones in Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, they have a backpack with probably the air.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll
Like
say
that.
you could take an extra canister that gives you, replenishes it by 2 air.
Damn, these things only have 2 air.
I guess, yeah.
Jeez,
Ridiculous.
that's pretty dog shit. But okay.
Don't fail your air checks.
Well, gee, yeah, that's easy to say. Okay. Yeah. Do you guys? Is there anything else you guys think we might need? Shit.
I mean, our normal gear, right? Pistol, rifle.
Well, if we need data as well, can I get one of those data transmitting cards?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You had him take the incinerator, right, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay. If he takes anything else, he's going to be encumbered.
Yeah. Should we maybe bring a maintenance jack or something so we can start?
He does have a cutting torch on his character sheet, so I'm assuming he's going to take that with.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
He's got all his electronic tools and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I'm almost at encumbered because I've got to carry that heavy Armat plasma rifle. So.
Don't
Hey,
complain.
at least yeah. You're about to do a shit ton of damage. What do you mean?
Mm-hmm. It's 4 damage base.
Joke's on you, there's no enemies in this mission.
That's cool.
I mean,
That's not a bad mission.
You could shoot at the walls.
Yeah.
The enemy is
Me-
the radiation.
Yeah. Radiation and lack of air.
The damn cockroaches.
All right. So, is there anything else you guys need? Or want to
I think I'm
ask
good.
before you depart?
Does anyone have a med kit they're bringing?
I mean, I think we kept our standard med kits, right? So, like, if we had a couple...
I believe the med kit is in your personal marine kit thing.
Yeah.
If
And I'd imagine if we used it, we just restock
It gets refilled. Yeah.
yeah, that gets restocked. Yeah, it comes with a med kit, and 4 food and water.
Nice. I think we're good. Did you
Oh.
ask for nap leave?
Did I approve my nap relief?
Yeah, you can take 1 dose of nap relief. That's fine.
That's all I need, because I ain't trying to get addicted over here.
It's not my fault. Technically, this is actually your fault. If you hadn't fucking unleashed that monster.
Hey, no one told you to took it. Could have just dealt with the stress.
Okay.
All right. So, anything else, or is that it?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys make your way towards the area where the drop pods are. Weaver and Herschel, give you guys a farewell and just tell you to stay safe. And when you guys are kind of leaving, Weaver says to you, Tagar, she says, "We'll try to keep an eye on things up here. We'll make sure they don't put us back in cryo while you guys are down there. Just like you get those
Thanks.
things, you get those guns offline, then we should be able to come and pick you up. So just send us a hail when you're ready."
Will do. Stay safe up here.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. So,
Do I need a blower a kiss?
do you? You tell me, man.
I'll wait till she initiates. I was too oblivious.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, she does not blow you a kiss. So,
I'm a little disappointed.
well, welcome to life, bro.
I don't know if you could be disappointed from the being oblivious.
It's true. So, you guys make your way to the area where these dead drop pods are. Basically, there's like a hallway that you walk down, and on either side, I think there's like a scene like this in one of the Halo games, and you get in these individual little pods where you strap in. You know, there's a big harness, and then the thing just shoots you at the planet, and you go screeching towards what you hope is not your inevitable doom. So you guys get in one by one. You see Babbitt is really nervous looking. Elijah, shows him how to put the harness on and helps him get situated. Says something in a very calm, monotone voice like, "You'll be fine, Doctor." And then closes the door on him. And you guys all hop in, and you are launched at the planet. And it is like... It's like being on the drop pod, but 10 times rougher because you're in such a smaller, more cramped space. The noise of being launched at the planet is just deafening. And you begin to hurtle towards the planet, and eventually you can see the readout. You have a little screen that shows you, like, your altitude, your speed, your trajectory, all that stuff. You guys hit the orbit of the planet. The temperature begins to rise. You can actually see the walls probably starting to glow slightly red as they heat up, and you can feel the pod get a little bit warmer, and you see the temperature gauges showing. Eventually you break through the orbit, and then you can audibly hear the detonations as the railguns are trying to shoot you guys down. And it is a terrifying experience. And we need to make some rolls here to see if you're hit by orbital defense guns.
What?
What a way to go.
Don't even make it. Shot right out of the sky.
So... These aren't precise enough to actually hit your pods, but they do such a big blast that they might clip you in that regards. So that's what this is to see. So who would like to be rolled for first?
Me.
I'll go first. Oh, no. Okay.
All right.
Good one.
I'm the squad leader.
It is 6
I'll
dice.
take one for the team, guys.
And if any of these are 6s, they're going to damage your pod.
Oh.
Okay. Tagar is hit. Who's next?
Yes, I'll go.
Oh,
All
okay,
right.
go ahead.
Cruz,
Oh,
also hit.
Statistically, you're gonna get hit.
Speak for yourself.
Oh,
Reed
this
is
is
All right.
all right. Real suspicious.
Elijah gets hit. And Dr. Babbitt.
Blows up. Dies. Oh my god.
2 hits. 2 hits.
Fucking read.
Okay.
Bunnilla.
All right. So, everyone who is hit, first off, you gain a point of stress.
Fuck, man.
Because it is obvious that a detonation, there's warning lights going on. There's part of your pod. So for you, Cruz, there's a part of the pod that literally just gets ripped off, and now you can see outside as you're plummeting through the sky. Tagar, you feel all of a sudden your thing is spinning like end over end as you get like knocked off course. And we see something similar with Babbitt, who's like spinning, probably puking at this point. The same thing happens to Elijah, but he's just calm as can be as this is happening.
Oh no.
So, for those of you that were hit, I need you to please make a stamina roll to remain conscious while this is happening.
Of course not.
Stamina strength.
I think Dr. Babic is going to push his.
Yeah.
He made it!
Push.
Oh, the pencil neck made it. Somehow.
Okay. I make it after I push.
Alright, and Elijah... Oh, he just makes it. Okay. Did anybody fail?
Nope.
Okay. So you all
Oh,
remain...
do I hit? I don't have to roll, right?
No, because you weren't hit. You
Only
weren't
hit, right?
Yep,
Okay.
yep, you're just smooth sailing.
Woo.
But you do see on your screen, everybody else's pods have been hit, and there's warning lights, flashing like, "Oh, this is off trajectory." You're all off course now, except for you. So it's like everybody's being spread to the four corners like the Dragon Balls after making a wish.
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
Oh no. Oh, how am I gonna protect my squad now?
I'm a dead man walking.
Yeah.
First thing that runs into me.
Throw your shield out the window to block the shots.
If only we had Tagar's shield.
I am going to Captain America by the end of this campaign.
So, you remain conscious, and now you can do one of two things here. You can either make a what is it? Strength? No, not just straight strength. You can make either a close combat or a heavy machinery roll to try to basically eject from the pod. Otherwise, you're going down with the crashed pod.
Close combat or heavy
Yeah,
machinery.
basically to represent that you're trying to... basically, your devices are stuck because they've been damaged. So this is to represent that you're trying to get the release to work.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, poor Dr. Babic.
And
It's got like no chance.
we really need the doctor.
He'll push. Attaboy.
Oh, nice.
Keeps it together. 2 successes, actually. Okay, did anybody fail?
Nope, I passed.
Okay. So, you are able to all eject. There is one final roll here, though, and that is a piloting roll as you deploy your parafoil and try to control yourself from, like, crashing through trees and shit. Basically, this is going to help slow your descent. You're not in danger of just outright crashing and splatting, so that's all good.
All right.
Even Dr. Babic made it. Look at that. Okay. So, this lowers the descent by 1, I believe, for each success. Okay. So, you're basically... This counts as a fall of 6 meters once you deploy the parafoil.
Not fall damage.
And
Chris's
so,
favorite thing.
fall damage is an amount of damage equal to the height of the fall in meters divided by 2. So it's going to be 3 damage if you completely failed, and you'll reduce the damage by 1 for each success. And then you can... I guess you wouldn't be able to roll armor because you are kind of falling from a great height here. So if you want to push to reduce the damage, you may. Otherwise, you'll take damage from this.
Oh, I'm okay taking 1 damage.
Yeah. I think
We can do what?
you can... Every success reduces the damage by 1. You're taking 3 damage total from the
Okay.
controlled crash.
And it was the piloting
Yes.
success?
Yes.
Okay, so we'd take 2 if I got 1.
Correct. that didn't work.
Okay. I'm gonna roll my resilient. Right.
Okay, Babbitt's roll didn't work correctly there. He should have rolled 2 more stress. Let me make sure his character sheet's not fucked up. Yeah, go ahead. Make your roll for resilient.
Do I roll stress for that? It doesn't say.
Read the description to me. I don't think you do. What does it say?
Only the hardiest folk survive out here. Roll for strength attribute only, no skill. Anytime you suffer damage, you
Yeah,
can't
just
push. Okay, so yeah,
just straight strength.
I'm good.
Excellent. Cool.
All right. Okay, so you take no damage as you hit the ground. Babbitt takes 1.
Superhero landing.
Elijah takes 2. And Sean takes 1, I believe.
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right. So you come to a halt as you guys are crashing through trees and your parafoils are getting ripped. Classic, plane crash in the jungle like Jurassic Park 3. Cruz, you come to a halt. Your thing is kind of a little bit stuck in the trees, but you're able to get yourself out and eventually get down. Elijah takes pretty big bang up from some of the big tree branches. He gets cut up, maybe one goes through like part of his arm. Babbitt's all bruised up from being bounced around. And Tagar walks off like he is indestructible. Not a scratch on him. And then you see Reeds just perfectly land right where we're supposed to go. Untouched, unshot. Very suspiciously, it lands. And yeah.
Reed, good to see you're doing okay.
So you guys are a little bit spread out. Maybe about a mile apart from each other at the longest distance. But you are eventually able to regroup and get back together. Elijah checks on the doctor. He's a little messed up, but, he's still alive. He looks terrified, though. Mark off.
It looks like you guys had a good time.
Yeah, my pod got hit and the door ripped open and I could see the coming ground, so I ejected.
Hey, at least your ride came with a nice view.
Yeah. How was your ride? You don't look banged up.
Oh no, smooth as a whistle.
Okay.
I was hit, but we'll make it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the machine.
Oh, I forgot.
Little hearts
He's a
in his
dick
eyes.
rider.
Yeah, little hearts in his eyes. My hero.
I joined the
Yeah,
Marines
both
just to
bands.
be like you.
I tell you what, we're almost at our break here, and I would really like to refill my water. So why don't we just take our break now? Xenocide, what's up? Sorry I didn't see you joined us. Thanks for being here, buddy. Let's take our break now. It's a good stopping point as you guys get to grips on what the hell just happened, and then we'll get this mission truly underway. So we're
Sounds
gonna
good.
be right back.
BRB.
Anywho, all right, back to it. We've yapped enough. You guys have landed, and what are you doing, Dave? I can't let you do that. So, you guys have landed, mostly in one piece. You find yourselves in basically an irradiated wasteland of a desert, Sahara. There is an orangish reddish haze that is just filling your vision as far as the eye can see. Did any of you see the nuclear holocaust season of Fear the Walking Dead?
No.
You should, because it's fucking awesome. That's what it looks like. It is just... Everything is just this kind of orangish yellow haze. Very hard to see, very far in the distance. And there's not much left as far as trees. The ground kind of, it's not level. So there's little ups and downs here and there, rocks. But other than that, there's not much terrain out here. And as soon as you land, your CBRN Geiger counter that you took, Reed, is going off. But it is weak radiation. It's minor. It's what you would expect being on the outskirts of a nuclear bomb blast. And you can see, ever so slightly in the distance, the outline of what is clearly one of those orbital defense guns. Probably about a mile or so away.
Okay.
Well, make sure you don't take off your suits. We do have radiation, so.
Yeah.
Babbitt says, well, if we've got this much radiation, then we should hopefully not have to worry about whatever the UPP was working on. Probably be dead at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, let's pray on that.
We want to go make our way to that gun and blow it the fuck up?
Yeah, let's go.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So, you begin to trek your way over there. It's quiet, and again, with the visibility kind of hard to see. Eventually, the silhouette of this device grows larger as you get nearer to it. And I actually have a picture here of what this thing looks like. So you guys would recognize this is what is called a BP-33 Celestial Defense Artillery Railgun. It is, it's got a basically a base that, it's kind of like the foot of a dreadnought. Like it's got like four like prongs, kind of like that sits on the ground. And then it's got a little raised part that can turn to turn the gun. And it's at about like a, 45 degree angle. And then it can turn and rotate, to shoot. And it's got the big UPP red star on the side. The thing is massive, though.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
And you guys know that there's the base, like from the ground to like just above the big red star. That's probably a good 10, 20 feet tall. So you can actually get inside that. It's like a little bunker. And that's like, you guys know there's like control terminals in there and stuff if you have to work on the gun or do maintenance or things like that. Sometimes on UA bases, they might have an underground tunnel connected from the gun to like a bunker or another part of the base. Because these are usually obviously outside the base. And I didn't point out you guys may have asked, but the reason that you guys didn't shoot these things down is because they're not very far from the base. And so if you guys tried using your ship's weapons on these, you might accidentally hit the testing facility and destroy it.
Right, gotcha.
I think they're only about 250 feet away from the base. So
it seems to be held on by that like post in the middle. Do any of the bombs that we have, explosives we have, are they big enough to like take out just the post if we were to?
Probably not. If you used all 6 on one, maybe. Well,
Okay.
Probably if you used all 6 on one. Now you might damage it to where it can't move, but it's still pointed up right now, so you're not shooting.
Okay.
But
So it wouldn't be the explosions aren't big enough to like take out that post and like knock one over.
no, the blasting charges have more been provided so that if you guys need to get inside these things, you get inside and probably disable them or shut them down or something like that.
Okay.
I'll move us to a new map here. And let me put some tokens out here real quick. Basically, what you guys are going to see is the base has a huge, about 4 meter tall concrete wall that surrounds it. And there are 6 of these orbital guns about 250 feet away from the walls, basically in a hexagonal shape circle around the base. So from where you are, you probably can't see the ones on the opposite side of the base because of the haze, but you can see the 2 guns on this side, and you can see the wall in the distance.
Are we supposed to have visibility on this map?
I'm getting your tokens out just a second.
Okay.
I'm really struggling to multitask right now for some reason. Alright, I'm going to put you guys here. Elijah and Dr. Babic. Okay, so you guys are basically here. You're coming up on one of these guns. Put you over here. And I know you can't see the whole map right now, but basically there's 2 guns on here, there's 2 guns on the north side, and 1 on east and west. This here is the wall to the base. And don't worry about this big black spot on the right-hand side. That's like a separate section, but they have it on the same map.
Okay.
I guess what we could do, just to give you guys an idea. Well, I'll let you guys decide how you want to do this. So, and I'd say from where you are, I'll move you over here just so you can see, there's a 3rd gun right there.
Okay.
So to give you an idea.
Okay.
Beyond the guns, you can see there is a road that leads from the base away. You can't see where it goes, but you do see that there is this road here on the map. And then in the distance, you can see, aside from the wall, at least on this side, you can see there's a gate. It looks like there's a little bunker or guardhouse or barracks or guard post, something like that, by the entrance.
Any movement?
You can barely make out the outline of the base right now, so if there's any movement, you can't see it.
But any movement within where we are, the guns? No.
Just the gun, maybe, kind of moving. Trying to track the Tamatam, but it's out of range at this point. Let's say you guys are probably, I don't know, 100 yards away right now. Or 100 meters.
Okay. Well, let's, I guess, sneak up and see if we can open it up and turn it off.
Yeah. Try the front door first, see if it's unlocked.
Right? Maybe they were nice enough to leave it unlocked.
Okay. If you want to sneak your way there, I'll need mobility from whoever has the lowest stealth.
I think we decided that was me.
Yep.
Probably.
Flanking around with your big shield.
Actually, Elijah only has 3.
Wait, what's stealth?
Mobility.
Mobility. Oh, that's agility. Okay. Yeah, Elijah's probably slower than me.
Alright.
8.
He makes it.
Okay.
He's an android.
So you guys begin to creep your way towards the railgun. When you get within about 50 yards, would everybody please give me an observation test at -2 due to the haze and the fog.
Oh, whoops.
Okay.
Success.
Everyone, I think, seems to have passed. You all notice, as you're getting closer, you can see that there is a sentry gun on basically the top part of the base, facing outwards in your guys' direction. It is scanning, but you notice that the light that would indicate that it's active is either not on or it's not green, it's red, or maybe like orange. So you're thinking it's in some sort of standby or sleep mode. You're not
So
sure.
it's scanning the ground.
Well, it's scanning the area in front, obviously, as a defense against people trying to
Okay.
get to this thing. Because
Okay.
you guys know the door is on the back side, and you're approaching it from the front. They've obviously got the door pointed towards the base, so it's harder to access.
Okay.
Excuse me. Now
I
you're
mean,
not,
that looks like it's off, you said? Or just in standby?
you're not sure if it would be activated if you got in range, if it detects movement. You guys know that UA sentry guns can have a variety of different settings, so UPP could have similar versions or similar settings.
I'm gonna pick up like a baseball-sized rock and throw it at the vicinity.
Okay, give me a strength test. You are 50 yards away. You're not sure what the range of this thing's detection is, especially with the fog and the haze. Or give me a range combat, I guess, too. Either one, range combat or close combat, whatever's better. Okay. Yeah, you throw it. You're pretty sure you threw it in its field of vision. Nothing happens. Could be it doesn't see it because of the fog. It could be that it's only set to detect, like, biological life forms. Or it's in standby mode and it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
But there's no reaction
Alright.
whatsoever.
Well, move slowly.
Yeah.
It's in Elijah first. If it doesn't detect if it only detects biological, it won't detect him, right?
Possibly.
That makes sense, logically to me. Yeah.
Okay.
He's
So-
easily fixable with bullet holes.
He makes his way there, and the gun just keeps scanning. And he's able to walk right past it and eventually get to the base of the gun.
Can he turn it off?
He goes around to the back. You guys wait a few minutes. And nothing happens. Eventually-
I'll go next.
You see him come back around, and he's, like, waving. Give me an observation test. Okay,
Oh, we
Tagar,
did get one.
you can see that he's waving like this, and he's tapping his, like, helmet, like his earpiece.
Do we have comms?
You do have comms on you, yes, they're built into your suits.
Okay. We're like, what's up, Elijah?
You try it, and it's all static. Babbitt says it's probably interference from all the radiation.
All right. Well,
And you
looks
know,
like we might have to.
he tries his, and his doesn't work, and then if you guys try yours, nobody's comms are working. It's all static and garbled.
Okay. Well, I mean, how far is Elijah from us right now?
About 50 yards. 50
Okay, can we
meters.
wave him?
Mhm.
Can I wave him to come back to us?
Yep.
Be like,
Yeah, he comes back, and he says the door is locked.
any word on the turret?
I don't believe that it's active. I do believe Cruz's appraisal that it is in sleep mode or standby is correct.
Okay. Elijah, you'll go first because you already made it past. I'm gonna walk forward with like my shield in front of me, just in case it like activates,
Okay.
and I'll kind of have everybody line up behind me.
All right. You begin to creep forward. 40 feet, 40 meters, 30, 20. The gun never goes off. You walk right past it. Just keep scanning.
All right, Elijah, get those breaching charges on there.
Got that door open.
Line, right?
For-
Is this something we could open with like electrical tools or?
Yeah, you might be able to hack it open.
Oh, I mean, Elijah wants to hack it open. Let's see if we
Elijah, use your pure strength.
can. Your pure.
All right. I guess I can do it.
I'm not that kind of synthetic.
Tagar just rips open his suit.
Hulk Hogan's theme starts playing. Grr, huh? So what do you guys do? How do you guys want to get in? Or attempt to get in?
Well, let's let him hack it. If we can save our breaching charges for something.
Yeah, and
Bigger.
not like alert them that we're coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He will attempt that. Electronic tools gives what, +1?
It's 2, I think.
It says +1 in the description.
Oh, okay.
I think the jacket's +2.
For heavy machinery, yeah. All the other items are like the.
Hold on. He's got the diagnostic device that gives +2. Hack doors and computer terminals.
Ooh.
Yep. So you'd have +3 total then.
Oh, nice.
Man.
Oh, he's so built for this.
Stacked. Wow, and he's got 4 Comtech.
What a boss. Oh my god, there's so many dice.
17 dice! Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Elijah makes it look easy. He just like flips open a panel, beep bop boops his way right through, and the door slides open.
And can he use one of his stunts to not need to roll to overcome this exact same challenge in the future?
Sure.
Yeah, nice. Now we can just get our way in every time. Easy.
Hack doors all day.
Oh, man.
Oh, you know what?
Hmm?
He also has the bypass talent, which gives him +2 when attempting to unlock a door. So he rolls 19 dice.
Oh,
Jesus.
Should we roll more just to see if he can
We
really stack
need
this
to.
up?
Just
oh
see how
my
many we can,
Oh my
A double
God!
sixes.
we can
Five,
bank
six.
them all.
Yeah.
He somehow
All right, yeah.
hacks all 5 doors at once from this terminal. No, we'll say he does not have to hack any of the defense laser doors anymore.
Great.
He's like
All right.
cheap UPP knockoffs.
Of doors.
damn, UPP
They
stuff.
skimped on making the doors.
No, they're based off U8 design. Most UPP technology is actually reverse engineered or borrowed from
man.
other companies or other countries. So, cheap remanufacture of this looks like UA technology.
Embarrassing.
Very.
So,
So,
I guess we can shut these
Oh.
off, or
so you go inside, and basically it's like a small command room. So there's controls in here. There's areas to get to where you can do maintenance. You know, climb up into the gun, make sure the battery is working or the charge. You guys can tell there's basically underground cabling that connects this to the base, and that the power source is somewhere in the base. So it doesn't look like you can actually shut down the power because you'd have to do that from the base. It does look like you can actually shut the gun off, though, from here.
would
Now,
we... Oh, go ahead.
How? Oh yeah. How far down can these aim?
Not very, because
Like-
they're only meant to shoot starships or incoming aircraft.
Okay,
like
so I can't
orbital
go on
craft. Like
parallel.
it's yeah.
And just get it and turn it
Yeah,
towards the
and
base.
just shoot all the other turrets.
No, I think they
We
probably
need to
thought
break
that.
into them. We'll just blow them up.
They probably
Yeah.
thought that. They probably thought that out. I would imagine.
Would we be able to like change its targeting? So instead of like targeting UA ships, we could reprogram it.
It'll take a test, but potentially, sure.
All right. I mean,
If we shut it off, we don't know if that would alert.
right.
Like if one of them goes down.
One of them goes dark, but if suddenly it's not, going to be shooting UA ships, maybe they won't know.
No.
Yeah, you can try that.
All right. Well, good luck, Elijah.
Who's our contact again?
Yeah.
Your 19 dice.
I forgot his bonus dice too, so let's put those in there.
Hey,
God,
2
he's so
successes.
good.
He's so good.
I think I'm gonna play an android next time.
Yeah, a contact android? Yeah, this seems like the
man.
tits.
O'Connell seems really sick.
Yeah.
We might.
Maybe he actually
His
did
leg.
contract that.
Yeah, maybe he actually
disease.
did die.
Just I'm a doctor. Your case is terminal, O'Connell.
So, he reprograms it. He says, "All right, it's done."
One down, 5 to go.
Can I ask Elijah? Can you reach the other guns from here, or are they independent?
No, they're independent. If we got access to the control terminal where these are all being directed from, probably somewhere in the base, we control the whole network. But no, they're individual.
You could probably just do that instead of running around to each and every one of them.
Well, how far apart are they? Like, are they taking us like half an hour? If like we were to run to the next one, would that take us 5 minutes or like half an hour?
Let's see. They're 250 meters from the base, and they're in a circle. So that's just to the wall. So that's 500 meters, and then however long the actual facility is, which we can actually count the squares here. 3, 6. That's a lot of squares. Because each square is 3 meters. So across from top to bottom. Looks like it's about 50 squares across. So that's another 150 meters. So roughly, the circle has a diameter of 750 meters. So, I don't know, probably a few minutes, I guess, if you're running.
Okay.
If you want to do all 6, you were probably saying like probably at least a half hour to an hour, plus the time it takes to actually hack it. I mean, he knows how to do it, but it still takes time to do it, right? So.
But if we can get the security bunker, we can knock them all at once.
Yeah, if you can find whatever control station or whatever in the base, you can obviously control it all.
All right, guys. The turrets seem to be unmanned and running on program. We can run each of these individually, or we can hit the security bunker and try and get them all at once. But we may encounter enemies if we do that.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this quietly, or do you want to take out the opposition?
Well, we've got a civvy with us, so I feel like quiet is the best option.
Would each of you please give me an observation roll, again at -2.
Got nothing.
No.
Okay, so Reed, as you guys are sitting here discussing this, you're waiting for Elijah to hack the gun. You're kind of sitting there looking around, and you swear in the distance through the fog, you see a couple shapes darting over one of the hills. Very fast, very small, very low to the ground. I guess I'll roll
got
for your
company?
other two people here as well.
Oh my god, he just sees everything, just random.
And
He rolls a really good observation.
He is a scientist, right? So I think observation is their like class skill, to be honest.
Yeah.
So,
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
We'll let him have it.
yeah. So actually, you like see something, and Babbitt like makes eye contact with you. He's like, "Did you see that too?"
Well, I saw that. Make out what the hell that was?
Looked like a pack of creatures. I counted at least 4 or 5. Could be local wildlife.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to waste any ammunition on creatures like that. Running from turret to turret, we can do it all inside.
Yeah. Maybe we turn the sentry gun on?
Elijah checks. He's like, it is on, but it's in some sort of standby mode. I can't control it from here.
Can you tell who's in control of it?
It'd be wherever the system connects to the rest of the base.
Then maybe we should get inside the base before those things show up.
All right. Elijah, can you tell us if there's any sentry guns on base that we need to worry about on our way there?
I'll certainly try. So where do you guys go?
Security bunker, right?
Yeah,
Just towards this front gate.
yeah.
I think so, yeah.
All right.
Is there any? So is that just like an open field?
Basically, yeah. There's the only cover is really like there's an occasional tree or like occasional rock, and like I said, the terrain is not perfectly flat. So sometimes you can kind of get low and then have to kind of crawl up to like the top of a small hill, but it's not like rolling hills or anything like that. It's just.
Can we tell if there's any sentry guns or anything on those buildings from here?
I'll need another observation, -2. Oh, yeah, as long as you guys are outside, just observation's always going to be at -2.
Okay.
Nope, nothing.
You do, in fact, Tagar, see a sentry gun on top of the security bunker.
Looks like there's another sentry gun. We can hope that it's on standby, like this one. But I'll lead from the front. Shields up.
Okay.
If it goes off, zigzag and run.
And it does
Serpentine.
it does appear to be acting the same as Serpentine Babu. It does seem to be acting the same way, where it's just scanning.
No Rick and Starks here.
That's I think that's from one of the video games. That image I found. Because the ones from the movie are always very shitty quality. Okay. So you're moving towards that gatehouse where the gun is at?
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way towards there. The gun does not seem to do anything. You do notice this time the gun does seem to detect when you guys move past it. The light blinks, but it continues to scan and does not open fire or activate or anything like that.
Okay.
And that's the same thing the other gun did?
No, the other gun had no indication whatsoever that you guys walked past it.
Okay.
Alright. Weird.
Alright, we'll go to the door and have Elijah ask politely to come in.
Okay. Are you guys still trying to sneak, or just kind of cautiously moving forward?
I think cautiously. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of cover.
Okay.
So kind of cautiously, if there is cover, kind of use that as we move forward, but...
All right. So this gate here, there's no actual door, but there is one you can click on. So there's a gate, and, it's the same height as the wall, about 4 meters tall. You can tell this wall is probably some sort of reinforced concrete, similar to what you guys saw at the spaceport when you're at Morgan's Bluff. But this is a little bit taller because it's meant to be an actual defensive wall, not just like a break wall. And the gate itself looks reinforced. It is metal. It looks like it's on track so that it can slide to the side when it's opened, and there's barbed wire at the top. But it is also it's like a fence in the sense that you can kind of see through it, and kind of see into the base a little bit. I know it's not showing that here, but can I fix that? Hold on, let me see if I can actually change that. Oh, I can. Hold on. Site restriction. Hold on, I gotta see what I have to change it to. Limited. Sound restriction? How does that work? Okay. You should now. Yeah, so you can kind of see past it, okay? You notice standing on the other side of the gate, and as you approach, it notices you. There is a working Joe android. These are the kind of bluish, whitish skinned androids with very little facial features, no hair, and just lights for eyes that we all know and love from Alien Isolation. And as soon as I can find it, I'll share the amazing artwork here, because these things are fucking awesome. There we go. There we go. Good old working Joe.
Oh.
And
That's not creepy at all.
it's wearing a very simple UPP uniform, which is a little weird. Well, I guess not weird. You typically don't see these anywhere other than a Seegson facility. But it's not to say it's impossible. But you see this thing, and as you guys make your way to the gate, you see that it's just kind of standing there, motionless, and then its eyes kind of flash, and it looks up, and it walks towards the gate until it's right on the other side, and it says something to you in Russian.
Anybody understand Russian?
Nope.
Well, Elijah might.
Ooh, that is a good point. I'll make him do a wits roll here.
God, what a stupid droid.
Fucking useless.
Who programmed him?
I instantly deactivate him.
What about the doctor?
Ooh, doctor.
Doctor.
He didn't learn
You're-
Russian. Oh, sorry. This.
I'm gonna try and communicate with the android and see if he picks up that I don't speak it, and see if he changes languages.
He does. He changes to Vietnamese.
Right.
And I'm gonna look to Elijah again,
Yep.
and the doctor.
Any language packs in there, boys?
There we go.
Oh,
Look at that.
All right, so we know Vietnamese.
Elijah
So,
says...
is there a way for us to learn languages in this game?
There really aren't rules for that in the game. They
Okay.
don't... It's not that type of game, okay?
Okay. Okay, I was just wondering. We can learn talents with our experience. I wasn't sure if we could
I mean,
Learn a language
yeah,
in a couple days.
I guess people are probably more multi-languaged in the future. Or multilingual.
hypno-doctrination while we're sleeping in our cryopods.
So Elijah says, of course Scaarr's not here, so I have to roleplay with myself again.
Don't forget his accent.
I don't know what Elijah's accent is. It's a new character. So
I don't think he
Well,
had an accent.
So you have to create one that Scaarr has to maintain.
well, I'll be damned. It's an android from the UPPs.
canon. Works.
He's saying hello there. Buongiorno. He says he's greeting you, Corporal. What a lovely day it is. Can I be of assistance? We'll assume whatever you want to ask this guy, we'll assume Elijah will just translate, so you can ask, and I will continue to play the Vietnamese android.
We're just looking for entrance to the defense, planetary defense.
Very politely, it says, please supply retrieval code for entry.
I'm gonna ask Elijah, like, do you have any idea what he's looking for?
I would imagine some sort of access code to be permitted into the base. What that may be, though, I haven't the clue.
Ask him if there are any other security personnel available.
The android repeats, please supply retrieval code for entry.
UPP rock.
All right. I am going to make. I guess I'm gonna walk up to him and kind of make like a show of like digging through my pockets
Okay.
before I try and like pull out, like reach in my pocket and like stab him or something and try and like.
Keep in mind, he's on the other side of the gate.
Oh, I can't get through the gate. The gate's closed.
Oh yeah, it's closed.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of got like chain link fencing on part of it, so you can see through it. To see
Okay,
him.
and that's the only way through.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna turn to my squad and be like, "All right, we're gonna have to put him down." I don't have a code, so if we all open fire at the same time, drop them and cut through the gate.
Did try UPP rocks.
There is no way that works. Can
You guys
maybe we can go back to one of the terminals in the gun room and see if maybe we can find a code from there, so Elijah can hack in and.
Elijah says there's not much to be found there. It's just controls for the gun.
Oh, never mind.
The
Yeah, I guess
UPP
we'll
aren't
just-
quite that reckless.
If only.
Well, I guess by force it is.
By force.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Turn and fire.
Then I started blasting.
Fire squad.
As you raise your weapons, it once again says, please supply a retrieval code. If you do not have a retrieval, okay, open fire. Poor android's doing his job.
I don't lose any power. Thank God.
Oh god, you're lighting up the death ray.
Yeah.
Poor working Joe. Oh,
You
someone
just-
ran out of ammo. Click,
Yeah.
click.
First shot, blood. Oh,
Nice job, Cruz. That's a lot of
Thanks.
successes.
4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
2, 3.
Okay, I am going to give him armor because the gate is in the way.
The chain
Obviously.
link fence.
What's that? Parts of it are chain link. It is still like a reinforced gate to a facility. But we'll see. Okay, so how much did you do, Sean?
7.
7? Okay.
And I think this is armor piercing because it's firing fucking plasma.
No, he has plasma resistant armor on.
Oh no.
Well, no, against
It doesn't say armor piercing though, so it does not look like it. Oh no, it does. First word's armor piercing. Okay.
all right. You melt a small portion of the gate along with most of the android. He is still standing though. Who else? How much damage from everybody else?
3 damage.
And I did 6.
Okay. Oops. Go down. Alright. And then you did 6, you said?
Yep.
Wow. Okay, well that'll be enough for him to take 2 criticals. As he is just lit the fuck up. And, well, the first shot, you basically melt his neck off, Sean. And then, Tagar takes the rest of the neck off, and he gets the head dislocation. And the second one, you blow up one of his arms, and the arm, it raises to be like, please stop, and then it just gets shot off. And you see the eyes flash red, and it says, if you do not have a security code, please exit the facility or follow me.
Or follow me.
And the gate begins to open.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to go into initiative.
Oh,
Damn it, Elijah. If only you translated that last part quicker.
All right. Let Cruz go first. He's got his double initiative thing. Or don't.
Okay, we
Wow.
just roll the D10 and I got the exact same thing.
Oops. Okay.
Okay. Working. Here comes the 1. No. It's not a 1. All right. Tagar, you are first to act. It's clear he's coming out to apprehend you as the gate is slowly opening.
but he said his head is off.
Well, it's hanging from the side, classic android style. A few milky cables splurting out android blood everywhere.
Okay.
The voice
I
is
guess
glitching out, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep firing with my rifle.
Please,
If
please, follow
If we can
me.
finish it off.
Okay.
And I'll aim for +2.
All right. I'll allow it. Oh, wait a minute. You can keep the roll if you
Okay.
want. I forgot. The sentry gun does fire up at this point. It does turn on.
Oh,
Okay.
So I need to add that to the initiative as well.
Oh boy.
Well, luckily it got the 9, but you see the light turns green, and it begins to turn towards you guys. So, what do you want to do?
Is there anywhere from? Is there anywhere in this within the gate that's hidden from the sentry gun, or can the sentry gun see everything? If I were to move closer to the android into this area, could I avoid the sentry gun's line of sight?
If you're right up against the building, yes. The top of the bunker that it's on is angled, so it can kind of
Okay.
see down. But, you know, it does obviously have a blind spot where if you're right up against the wall, you can't see straight down because the building's too wide. Obviously, it's meant to pick up on someone before they get this close, so...
Okay. So then if I would engage him in close combat instead of... Would I notice that first, and where I would want to run forward and stab him instead of shoot him from where I am?
If you're... It doesn't matter if you're in melee or not with him. It's more that you would have to be up against the wall. If you're up against the wall, you're not going to be close enough to hit this guy in melee. You can still shoot him, though.
Okay. Yeah, I'll shoot him.
All right.
I'll keep the roll. So 3 damage.
Because keep in mind, these squares are 3 by 3 meters. So that's... What, a meter is 3 feet? So that's 9 by 9 feet. So even though you're next to him, you're not necessarily next to him, you know?
Okay.
So...
Does my quick draw apply to my shield?
what does quick draw do?
You can draw your weapon so quickly it doesn't cost you an action.
Yeah, because it's a fast action to pull out the shield, right?
I think so, yeah.
Or is it a slow action? Also, we need music for fighting a sentry gun here. Mech War sounds like a good one.
Slow action with the shield.
Oh. Because you have to set it, right? You have to do a slow action to set it up.
Yeah.
Well, what weapon are you using? Because remember, if you're using the assault rifle, it's two-handed.
Yeah, so if I notice the sentry gun going up, I would try and switch to my pistol and shield.
You can. Oh, I mean, you can switch, but if you want to set the shield, you won't be able to shoot.
Okay.
Because it would be a slow action to set the shield, and then you can pull the gun out for free because of quick draw, so you still have a fast action.
Okay, so can I use my fast action to give a command to tell everybody to take cover?
Sure. That's a great idea, yeah. Give me a command roll. Take cover while you pull out the only cover, and everyone else is just like, oh, you're fucked. Okay, so if anybody does attempt to take cover, you get +2 to your roll to attempt to do so. Because he's got 2 successes. Cruz, you are next.
Yeah. I don't think I can get to cover. There's not really any cover. I mean, I guess I can run up against the side of the wall.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. All right, I'll do that.
I know it's hard if you zoom out on the map. These darker green lines. Oh, you probably can't see it from where you're standing. Oh, you can see this line right here.
No.
If you stand where Tagar's standing, you'll probably see it. You see that? Like, okay. When you guys get into the base, those mark off zones on the base. And the zones are about 7 by 7 squares across. So you can
so
move
I'm technically moving in the same zone right now?
Yes. But you will, I mean, obviously, you're going to take cover. That'll be an action. So you need to do that in order to get out of the line of sight of the gun.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I guess I will just brace my weapon.
Okay.
So I can fire it next turn.
All right. The Working Joe gets the gate open, steps out to greet Tagar, and attempts to apprehend him. Give me an opposed close combat roll. Well, it's... Is it opposed? No, it's opposed after he grapples you. So he's going to try to grapple you. Which he does. So he walks up, glitching. He's only got one arm, and his one arm basically tries to like grab you by the throat. And he's got you, but he can't do anything else.
Okay.
Reed, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up against the wall as well and reload my gun.
Okay. We'll assume Babbitt is also cowering against the wall, as will Elijah.
Oh, that is crazy. Watch them disappear in the darkness.
They just vanish. Whoa, yeah. Because the corner of the building.
Yeah.
Okay. The sentry gun is up. Everyone is in cover, except for Tagar, who's being held by the android in place.
Held to the machine.
Yeah, the android just like picks you up and holds you so the gun can shoot you. How many dice do these fucking things roll?
Not enough.
I'm sure it's not enough. I mean, that's... If we draw blood, then, the sentry gun's done its job at this point. Is it a piece of gear? I assume it's gear. Is it a weapon? I know I saw it earlier, and I don't... Oh, I didn't put it on the character sheet. Fuck. Let's see.
Sensor gun is in heavy in the weapons.
Weapons. That makes sense. Because I gave this thing a character sheet. Okay. Let's see. What does the sentry gun actually do? Range combat 8. Armor piercing full auto. Okay. Well, it's not going to full auto because it only has one target, so I don't think it makes sense that it would full auto. So we'll just have it roll. No crew have been assigned. Oh, it's because this is a vehicle. Well, that... God damn it. Let's roll 8 dice. Alright, Tagar. Brah, brah. 2 successes. It is armor piercing.
And no shield because you're holding me up.
You spent the action. He only grabbed you. He actually, hasn't done anything. So he hasn't had a chance to move you or knock the shield out. So I'd say you'd still have the shield bonus at this point. So just half your armor, rounding down, I believe.
Okay. And our armor is our normal personal armor and our hazmat suit?
Yes. So just add it all together, and then if you just do the armor piercing thing, it'll automatically deduct it for you. He bleeds. 2 points of damage. Oh, let me double check. What's the base damage? Base damage 4?
Do I roll my resilience first?
Do I get murdered now or
Anytime
later?
you suffer damage.
Ooh. Yeah, so you roll resilience now. So you're taking 6 damage. I'm sorry.
6 damage.
5, because 1 to hit,
5.
and then 1 extra success, so 5 damage. Holy fuck, these things are awesome. I've never had one hit before. Okay.
It's
So
3.
that's
You
3
take
damage?
3 points of damage and a point of stress, because you just got fucking shot. A lot.
Oh, man.
Okay, so this is how we kill Tagar. We just gotta make all the enemies have the armor sentry guns.
Yeah, just a wall of sentry guns.
Yeah, oh, the android's head pops off and there's a sentry gun underneath. There's an alien, he opens his mouth, the second mouth is a sentry gun.
It's time for the little mouth.
Dude, I gotta show you some cool artwork later. Okay, Tagar. You've been shot, you're bleeding, you're being choked by a working Joe, or about to be choked. What do you do? What do you do?
I mean, do I have to ungrapple him, or can I attack him from here?
You can attack him. Let me just double check the grappling rules really quick. I think you're still allowed to make an attack. It's just if you want to move, you have to break free, but let's double check that. Okay, close combat. Damage. Grappling. Here we go. Okay. Well, if you grapple your opponent as a stunt in close combat... Oh, it's a stunt! Which he did not get any stunts, so you're not actually grappled. He would have just hit you to do a point of damage then, because he would just punch you.
Okay. Then
So-
would I roll my normal armor?
Yes, against that. Yeah, he's Okay, so,
So you can use those for stunts to give yourself extra armor other times.
now just for future reference, if you successfully grapple somebody, both you and your opponent fall to the ground. Your opponent drops any weapon they were holding and cannot move. The only action they can perform is an attempt to break free, which is a slow action that succeeds if you win a close combat roll against them. The only action you can perform is the grapple attack. It cannot be blocked. Okay. I don't know if I-
Okay, so we're not grappled.
You are not grappled. He tried to grab you, and instead he just ended up trying to choke you, and you were able to break his grab, basically.
Okay. Then if he's in, I guess, like, melee range, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch my pistol for my knife and
Gotcha.
stab him with quick draw.
Yep, go for it. Oh yeah. Well,
So
he
3 more damage.
He doesn't have any armor because he's not behind the gate anymore. So here's another critical. You jab him in the knee, and you see his leg kind of buckles, and that leg shuts down. But he's still going. Cruz.
Can I shoot the sentry gun from here?
If you want to be able to shoot the sentry gun, you will be a viable target for it if it decides to hit you. Because you need to have line of sight on it.
How good is your aim?
My aim's pretty good. Okay. I'll do that.
Does this thing have, like, health? Let's see.
We're about to find out.
Yeah, I mean, if he hits it, he's going to miss completely.
Bro.
Come on, Cruz.
Oh, you got to roll power for that too, right?
Yeah.
What happens if you roll... I guess we'll just say it loses a point of power when you, 'Cause I'm not going to make it run out of ammo right away. It doesn't have any other special rules, does it?
No.
Okay.
Let's see.
I might be thinking of a different special weapon. Yeah, we'll just say it loses another point of power, or its first point of power. I could be really mean and like, oh, it overheats and you take damage and now it's no longer usable. And you've destroyed it, so you're gonna get docked more pay. But
Yeah, that would suck.
I'm I'm feeling in a good mood right now. So
I think we need to change the rules to the XP. You know, instead of gaining money, just losing money.
Yeah.
did you lose money due to Wayland Yutani? If so, collect a point of
Always.
experience.
Well, that's my turn, and then I will continue taking cover with my other action.
Okay. All right. Working Joe attempts to combat you again, saying,
But he's prone, isn't he?
well, he's not prone, he's just, he can't move now. He's
That's not what it
immobilized.
says. Oh, because it says both legs.
Yeah.
Wait.
Must stay prone and can only crawl.
Oh, both legs are non-functional. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, because the arm critical does each arm
It's just
separately.
one. Yeah.
Okay, so you hit it in such a way that you actually shut down its legs. So now it's doing the Terminator death crawl towards you, and it's trying to grab you by the ankles. It's saying, stop resisting. Please follow me. But it's all in Vietnamese, so you don't understand it.
Elijah's just still translating.
Yeah. He says to stop resisting, Corporal, and to please follow him. You're in violation of code 46832, and he punches you right in the ankle. This time he grapples you.
But he can defend himself.
You can give
The
up...
armor still, right?
Yeah... Well,
Right? He attacked me, so
so
I get to use my armor?
you get armor because he's doing 1 point of damage, but then he has a
Okay,
stunt.
but he still has a stunt.
Yes. Now, if you want to try to avoid that, you can block by giving up your next... Is it fast action for blocking? I'm almost positive it's... Yes. So you could give up one of your upcoming fast actions to block, and if you succeed, then you cancel
But I can still
successes.
attack.
Yes.
I can still attack if because that's a slow action. Okay. Yeah, I guess I will probably end block, which
Okay.
is just a regular close combat.
Yes. And each one of your successes, which you have 0...
Nope, that was
heavy
heavy. That
machinery.
was heavy machinery. I clicked the wrong one.
Oh, too bad.
Expect you to
Whoa,
roll
whoa,
down.
whoa! You don't get to re-roll the whole bucket, buddy. Take it a step back here.
Hold on, I need to know how many dice I need.
Yeah,
1, 2.
just clicking
10.
buttons like it's going out of
10,
style.
Okay, so I need to roll 5 more dice to my original dice roll.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
1.
So you cancel out 1, which does mean you cancel out his stunt. So he only has 1 success, so he does 1 point of damage. Now you can roll your armor. All right. He gets under the shield and grabs your boot, but he grabs it by the steel toe and he's unable to crush your foot. So, well done. Reed. All hell is breaking loose right now.
Yeah, as I'm witnessing Cruz just miss completely.
Bolt
I'm
of
gonna,
plasma goes soaring into the air. Pew!
Yeah. I'm
have
gonna
to
take
reload
a shot at the sentry turret then.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim. No, you know, yeah, I'm gonna aim this time around as well. Give
Makes
it a
sense.
+2.
Nice +2.
Wow.
Jesus, I'm gonna
You need
push
to aim
that.
better.
0 successes. It's hard to aim. He's up against the building.
Push it.
Whoa! From 0 to 5, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot of successes. Okay, how much
we
We
damage?
needed some 6s here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 7 damage.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna survive this, but you know.
Armor piercing. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah. It doesn't have a health value, but I feel like 7 damage is enough to at least stop it from shooting momentarily, if not completely obliterating it. So yeah, we're gonna give the sentry gun the old just as it turns to aim at you, Reed, you light it up, and the light turns off, and it does the little sad robot. All right, Tagar, you're up. The sentry gun is no more.
So I only have my slow action, so I'm gonna try and take out the droid again, I guess.
All right. Trying to
Use
stab
your
him in the
shield!
back. Yeah.
Yeah, take the shield.
Oh my god.
Land it on top.
And
Mechanics.
we all
Okay.
fucked.
Cruz.
Okay.
Tagar's been shot. He's actually been damaged. This has never happened before. So he's not
That's why
sure
we're
what to do.
panicking, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, he bleeds!
Everybody's panicking.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will swap to my sidearm because I don't want to shoot a ball of compressed plasma anywhere near Tagar.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Sure about that.
Who knew
And
his only weaknesses were sentry guns and charged bolts of plasma?
Superheated plasma that can melt his flesh. And then yeah, I will shoot the Oh, but if I can't aim, there's a chance I hit Tagar, right?
Yes.
Can I just pistol whip the android?
We have to move to get into close combat, though.
Okay, can I just move into close combat and start curb stomping it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then you don't have to draw a weapon. Just curb stomp it. Okay.
Another panic, but 2 successes.
Is it enough?
It's a good thing I didn't shoot.
What do we get? You
just
smash
destroyed the
its
other
other arm. So
Okay,
you
no legs, no arms.
you smash the arm that's trying to
No
grab
head.
his boot, and like you shatter the wrist, and now it's like all floppy and it's gross. And yeah, I mean at this point it's just like sitting there in the dirt, moving its limbs, but like unable to do. It's like someone who's like lost all their limbs can't do anything. And it's still saying stuff in Vietnamese, but for all intents and purposes, it is out of the fight, so we can end the combat there.
Nice.
Hilarious. Wow.
We did everything but kill it.
Right? Yeah. We're gonna give him
I
a
mean,
prone condition.
It must have taken like 20 damage by now.
Yeah, this is like the issue with the androids in this game is like, if you don't get that single devastating number 6 critical, they will just continue
And to be fair, though, you still took him down in 2 rounds.
Yeah. But a whole squad was shooting him, basically.
Hey, man. Try harder, I'll tell you.
I mean, we all panicked.
Yeah, that was awesome. More of that, please. All right, it's Act 3, bro. It's gonna get a little bit harder. It's definitely not gonna get easier.
I'm gonna
Fair.
admire my child's picture and reduce some stress.
Yeah, I feel like that's actually not a bad idea.
And then Cruz is gonna go, "You have a kid?"
We went over this. They're dead.
Every episode, you've got a kid?
Yeah, it's my, basic great amnesia. I forget something every time. It's just always that you have kids.
All right, decide what you guys want to do. I need to use the facilities really fast. Give you guys a chance to breathe.
I guess I'll use my signature item. It's been a while.
Since I've suffered stress.
No, I usually utilize my stress. I want it high.
Yeah,
I need the extra dice.
that's fair.
I'll pull out my coin.
Tagar, you're bleeding. Well, this is unheard of.
Yeah, anybody got a band-aid?
And
I
only
do
Hello
have
Kitty
the
one.
emergency Tagar band-aid that you told me to carry.
Oh, God.
Just like a nice little pink Hello Kitty band-aid.
Perfect.
God damn.
All right.
Well, I imagine we're going to go into the security bunker now.
Yeah.
Yeah, see if the door opens. Then we can kind of lay low in there, patch up if we need.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to assume if any people are still in the base, the Working Joes just alerted them that we were here.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, yeah. There's a guardhouse right inside the gate as well. Maybe there's someone in there.
All right, let's go in. Weapons drawn.
You don't need a med on you at all. You don't need Cruz to take a look at you.
I think we need to get somewhere safe first, right?
What we need is for Tagar to please roll me. Roll the armor of your hazmat suit, please.
I can roll that from the hazmat suit, right?
I don't know.
Oh,
No, it's
it
adding
rolled
up-
all
it's
of
adding
them.
together.
Yeah, I have to unequip everything. Hold on.
You just roll the dice separately. Just do the D6 thing in the bottom.
I say it's just one for the hazmat suit, right?
Is it? I'm
yeah.
not sure.
It's just
Yeah.
one.
Ew.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. I need you to roll another D6 to see what has happened to your suit. It might have been breached. That's bad. High rolls are bad.
Ooh.
Breach, but the tear has jammed closed again. Lose 1 point of air supply immediately, and every time an air supply roll is needed, you lose 2 points of air instead of 1 for every 6 rolled. So
The hazmat suit only has 2 air, so I'm dropping it to 1.
yes.
And so the next failure would drop you anyway. So, but
Yeah,
I do have a
need-
tank of extra air.
And note that on your character sheet somewhere that you have rolled. It's the result is actually called breach, but just put number 5 on suit breach. Kind of a house rule. They don't really give you rules for breaching a hazmat suit, but I think I'll just use the same rules for compression suit breaches. Although I imagine a hazmat suit probably a little bit easier to breach than a space suit, but
Yeah.
But it also feels like they didn't really think those rules through in a game like this. Like, oh, you have a hazmat suit to avoid the black goo, but everything in the game is going to fucking tear that suit open immediately.
Yeah.
Like, unless it's a human punching you, oh, your suit's been breached, right? Android punched you, suit breached. Alien showed up, suit breached. A gun, suit breached.
Yep.
All right. So I guess we're going into the security bunker with our weapons drawn.
Okay. So, the bunker, and what you notice is all of the buildings, you guys can walk through the gate now if you'd like, just stay in this zone. You guys can see the zone bars now when you guys walk through.
The square.
Yep, the giant square. So, basically, the areas that are black are buildings, and you will see that there are doors on some of them. Just because the buildings are labeled on this map, and since you guys don't actually have the schematics to the base, I wanted to keep them hidden. So, I'll describe what you guys see as you walk in. So, you go past... Oh, first of all, the android is still, saying stuff in Vietnamese. Do you guys just destroy it?
Yeah, just
Yeah, I try to finish it off.
Yeah, you can. It can't defend itself. So, it's like when the Terminator gets stabbed in the back and he shuts down, but he doesn't power back up this time.
Oh, see, I was thinking more of like, Printer out in the field with a bunch of baseball bats.
We're just kicking the shit out of this singular working drow android.
It makes sense. That's fair. Okay, so there are a couple things you see as you enter the courtyard, so to speak. So, all of the buildings you notice look like they, at least the ones you can see, they are actually partially built into the ground. And you see when you get here, the entrance is on the back side here of each of these buildings. It's about 6 steps that go down, and then you get to the door of the building. So think kind of like the old World War II German bunkers. You gotta go down a few steps. So it looks like it's like partially subterranean, so to speak. Which again probably explains why it really hasn't suffered any damage from the nuclear blast. It's obviously built to somewhat withstand something like that. The security bunker, where the sentry gun is basically exactly like one of those old World War II bunkers. Thick, heavy concrete with basically a view slit when you go inside. It's what you guys saw when you went to the base where you discovered Mishka. It's a defensive place. You could easily have maybe half a squad of guys in here. There is no machine gun nest set up, but you could very easily set one up in here. But otherwise, it is empty, and there is no one else in here. From the courtyard, to your right, you see that there is a vehicle lot where you see, it looks like there's space probably for half a dozen to a dozen vehicles, but you see that there are 3 of those massive UPP Ox transports, the ones that you fought at the Space Bluff. 2 of them, which I'll just mark off with the little icons here, are actually knocked over on their side. The 3rd one is upright on its wheels. Beyond that, you see a building over here, which looks like some sort of vehicle garage. It's got the big garage doors that go up. To your left is a massive building that looks like it's probably 3 or 4 buildings that are all attached together. It looks to be probably the biggest structure here in the base. You do see there is an entrance here by the parking lot. And depending where you're standing, just beyond that, to the north here, there is another small building you can see just past the central building, but you're not sure what it is. To the west, you can see across the courtyard another bunker. You're guessing there's a gate over there, although you can't see a gate. There's a massive pile of detritus and garbage over here. Looks like scrap and stuff like that. And then to your immediate west is a very long building that stretches almost to the back side of the gate. Or I'm sorry, to the wall. And then to your northwest is about mid-sized building. It's like it's 2 buildings, a bigger one and a smaller one. You can see the doors to both of those buildings are near you, facing in your direction. The smaller one to the northwest here, there's a secondary building to its left, and you see on top of that is a massive radar dish.
Okay. I mean, if we want to get data, probably from there, right? Because they probably send it to UPP ships.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Want to hit that up first?
Well, do we think the security... Do we think this controls the base security? Will this turn off the main guns? Or do we think this is only to get...
Well, what?
I think it's just like a pillbox.
Okay.
Yeah, the security bunker is basically a pillbox.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I guess we're going to go towards the square.
Okay. Yeah, basically it's just a big courtyard. You guys can feel free to move there. Cruz was glitching out for a second there. What was that? Did you see that? He's like, boo!
Yeah, I was doing up and left on the keys, so when it was like,
Oh, if you hit them at the same time, you'll actually go diagonal.
oh, that's so cool.
Fucking Foundry.
So good.
Okay.
Not like that other place.
Yeah, roll 20.
Roll 20.
Vendor trash dumpster fired garbage.
Never updated.
So, as you move around, you can see there is another building to the very north side of the base. It's about the size of these 2 buildings that you're in between right now. Definitely the one in the middle seems to be the largest one, as it goes around the edge here.
Oh, can we close the gate?
Yeah, did we go in the security bunker? Can we see if there's a map?
The security bunker is the pillbox.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Was there
else in there.
no map or any...
Nothing.
Okay.
It's literally a pillbox. The gate is still open, but there's a control panel you can press to close it.
Yeah, let's close it.
So,
Well, I mean, there is also a giant hole in it from a plasma gun.
There is a medium-sized
yeah, it's not a giant
okay.
hole.
We also know there may be local wildlife.
Right, which is what I'm trying to not let inside.
Are you sure?
We did just fuck up the sentry gun, so I mean, shit. We might be able to just climb over the wall now.
Oh, you do see there's a sentry gun on top of the other bunker here. as well.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good to know.
But it's currently facing outwards, and it seems to be doing like a 180 scan, like from wall to wall. It's not scanning inside the base. Although it can turn 360, but it's not scanning. It's only scanning 180 right now.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll close the gate.
Gate is closed.
Great.
Okay. You guys make your way closer to this building. There definitely is a door there. I mean, most of these buildings look like they're just made out of like reinforced concrete, so other than their size and shape, they don't really look that different. It's kind of hard to tell what each one may be. But again, this is the only one that has any sort of radar dish on the top. All the others are basically flat and nondescript, or they might have like, HVAC units on top.
Yeah. Alright, we good to go in, boys?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Elijah, can you get us in?
Well, he'll try. So he gets to the door, and he says, "Yeah, this is definitely locked." And we see he's got to flip open the thing, just like Hudson and Aliens try to do an actual bypass here. This is a pretty heavy-duty door, so let's see if he can pull it off. This is going to require multiple successes.
Don't worry, he's got a lot of dice.
It's got like 19 dice.
Yeah, 5 extra dice. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Wow.
God.
I do think
3
I
rows of dice.
I think that is the biggest dice pool I've seen so far. 19.
I think so.
Elijah has made it. Well, he needed 3 successes, and he has 4. So
What a bot.
it takes him a few moments, but eventually you see the light beeps, changes, and the door clicks open. And you are able to go inside. So when you get inside...
Good job, Elijah.
Thank you, Corporal. So inside, what you see is a almost square-shaped room, which is basically a big open office. There's several workstations and desks here, and at the very back of the room, you can see there's two separate rooms, kind of like kind of like when you see like in typical like police dramas, the captain or the sergeant always has like a separate office with like the glass window, right?
Yeah.
But they can still see out into the area. There's 2 rooms like that are at the back that clearly look over this area. And, it's mostly just various desks. And you do see also there are 2 working Joes that are in here. And they turn to you guys, and you see that these 2 are armed. And they draw pistols and point them in your direction. And they once again say something in Russian. And when they get no response, they once again speak in Vietnamese. And Elijah translates. They are saying,
You're not authorized to be here.
I think that's basically what they're saying. Yeah. Unauthorized entry. Please lay down your weapons and follow us. What do you do?
Can we tell Elijah, ask them, where are we going? We'll follow you.
Yeah, so he'll say that back to them, and they approach. Since you guys are inside, I guess one will approach each of you, and basically like motion for you guys to turn around, and they tell you to start walking, and they start to escort you out of the room.
Okay. Yeah, I'll play along for now.
Reed, you do the same?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so they lead you guys out here, and it looks like they begin to make their way in this direction, almost kind of back towards the gate.
And I ask again, where are we going?
They look to you and they say, "Please follow us to the recreation center."
Okay.
Interesting.
Do you follow? Or
Yeah, I mean,
does anybody resist?
no. Unless they try to take my gun. No.
Yeah.
Okay. So they move you guys over here towards this door. And everybody give me an observation. -2, please.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Who passed? Tagar and Cruz?
I got
Sorry,
one.
Tagar and...
Nope. Reed.
Okay.
Reed.
Tagar and Reed, you notice walking around from behind that building you were just in are two more walking Joes. Which they're not. Where are they? Hold on, someone's not right here. Okay, there we go. And they appear to begin moving around the building. By the time you guys get to that door, they've made their way around, and they start, like, moving around past the door. It looks like they're on patrol. The other two bring you to this door. They open it, or they unlock it. They open it, and they tell you guys to step inside.
The gulag sleeping quarters.
Okay. I step inside.
Okay.
All right. So you get inside. It's dark. There doesn't appear to be any real lights on in here. And then they close the door. And all is quiet. Inside...
Do they come inside with us?
They do not. They wait for you to go inside, and then they close the door behind you.
Okay.
They do thank you for your cooperation, though. Very politely. Inside, you do indeed find yourself in what you would assume was at one point a recreation room. However, it has been completely trashed. There are chairs and tables knocked over. There's one vending machine that's been smashed open. Another has been thrown over to the side, to the ground, and that's been smashed open. There are several wall-mounted monitors, probably TVs or something of that nature, that are smashed and cracked and damaged. And the lights are off. Either they're off or there's no power in here. The only thing you see is there is a hallway leading towards another section of this building, and there's emergency lights, amber emergency lights, lining the floor like at a movie theater, that clearly, to help you see around. But other than that, it's fairly dark in here, and you can hear what sounds like the faint sound of voices. It sounds like it's echoing kind of through the vents of this building.
Okay. I guess I'll tell everybody, hey, spread out, search the building, see if we find anything in here before we go guns a-blazing back to the satellite dish.
Well, hear me out. What if we try to lure those two that didn't have guns into here, get rid of them now?
I mean, how do we lure them in here?
Well, it looks like they were on patrol, so they got to be coming in near this area eventually.
Just
I mean,
pick
yeah.
them off little by little.
Yeah. Like, we could set a breaching charge, and they can walk in and we explode it.
Okay. Well, let's make sure we're alone here in this building first.
Yeah. That makes sense.
All right. So, yeah, spread out, search the building.
Okay.
I will try to be as quiet as possible.
All right. Please give me stealth test, mobility test.
2 successes.
Nicely done. Okay. You begin to make your way down the hall. There's a door that you have to open. It leads into a hallway, kind of like an airlock, but it's not actually an airlock. There's a door at either end. Small hallway. You make your way through there, and it leads to this area, which, when you're inside, you realize basically sleeping quarters type area. However, it is set up. Your characters may have heard of these or seen these before, but they are basically like cage-style sleeping compartments. So, cage in the sense that like it's like a metal cage, and then your bed is inside that. Like rather than walls, it's a cage wall.
Okay.
I mean, it's open, like not like a cell cage, but like just a cage room, basically, is the best way to explain it.
Okay.
So, if we were like in 1942 Russia, that's what it looks like. It's very shit housing quarters. There are how many beds? Okay. So again, the lights in here are down. The emergency lighting continues to run through here. You're guessing this place could probably hold about 3 to 4 dozen people. You're guessing probably the entire base would have quarters here, unless there may be an officer or something like that, or someone higher up. At the far end, you can see there is another door that leads to a small room, which you could probably identify as a med lab of some sort. Maybe there's a cross on the window or something like that. The housing unit is split into 3 rows of 10 that kind of go one on each side and one down the middle. And then there's an upper level that you can go up either some ladder or some stairs, and there's 2 more rows of rooms up there. And you begin making your way through here. It's quiet, it's dark, but that kind of sound of muttering and mumbling that you heard seems to get a little bit more audible when you enter this room. You make your way down past each of these cage rooms, seeing if there's anyone in there. Place looks abandoned. Looks like it was abandoned in a rush. There's unmade beds, there's stuff knocked over, personal effects that have been left behind, doors are still hanging half open, bed sheets are hanging off some of the beds, all sorts of disarray. It's not until you get to about 2/3 of the way through that you notice a few other things. You see that the cage begins to end, and the concrete of the wall and the metal of the floor has disappeared and has now been covered by some sort of organic-looking material. It is very, very dark, but you can almost see a hint of red in it. And it looks very wet, slick, damp, shiny. As you move your lights across, your shoulder lamps, to get a better view, you notice this stuff begins to cover the floor, the walls, and even part of the ceiling. And it basically takes up this southwest corner of the room. About a quarter of the room, this entire section, has been coated by this stuff. In some places it's so thick that you can't even see the cage anymore. It's just a wall of this organic material. You also see there are about how many? you notice there are 4 egg-shaped objects that are scattered about the floor. They're about maybe 2 feet tall, maybe 3 at the most. Large. You could pick one up, but they're big. And they appear to be the same organic-looking... They appear to be the same organic-looking material. The bottom is almost connected to the floor. Like, you can't really see where the egg ends and the floor begins. Then, the moans and the sounds have gotten louder. Now you can tell that it is definitely people. Some of them sound like they're in pain. Others sound like they're kind of out of it, maybe disoriented. And as you continue to scan, you see that you begin to recognize the shape of body parts. Some clearly recognizable as full people. Others as what are parts of people, or you can't tell where the person and the organic material really separates. It's kind of merged into one. You see, in particular, there's a few people here that do appear to be conscious to some degree. All of them look like they're in pain to some degree. There's one woman in particular that is wearing an officer's uniform. She appears to be probably Hispanic descent. She's got short, kind of curly black hair, although it's damp and kind of stuck to the sides of her face. And you see there's an officer's hat that's kind of stuck in some of this goo. And you realize that it almost looks like some of these people are morphing into this organic material. Everybody gains a point of stress when they see this. And that is where we're going to call it for tonight.
Jeez, UPP, what are you guys doing?
Welcome to the Gulag.
Yeah. Fucking awful.
Just another day in the UPP.
Ugh.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you tonight, folks. I guess we'll see what we find out next week. Hopefully Scaarr will be back. I have a feeling they're going to need some help. We'll find out. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And, yeah, we'll be back at it in a week. So, same time, same place, signing off.